Okay, today we'll be talking on the DJI Air 3. The DJI Air 3 is a drone. So today I will be doing the introduction on what you should take note before you operate this drone. So when this is how the drone comes, just come in this pack like this. This is the drone Mavic DJI Air 3. Something that's been written there, Air 3. This is the drone. The camera is well protected. That's the drone. This is the controller of the drone. So we manipulate. It has a screen. This one does not need the phone. You have to put phone there before, like the other ones. This one has a screen where you do your control and you see what is happening, how you're flying the drone. This is the controller. The drone has 3 batteries. So the 3 batteries, 1, 2, 3, and this is the charger bank. You can charge it. Type C charger. This is where we charge the batteries of the drone. To remove, you just have to press here, press this downward, and you remove. To put it back, you just put and you enter. So these are the charging points. Charge points. Like I say, it takes a Type C charger to charge the batteries of the drone. So to put it back, you simply put it and press. So these are the package of the DJI Air 3. Is the drone, and it has some spare wings here, which if it happens that one goes bad, you can easily change. It has its manual. These are some of the propellers, the blades, propellers, where you can change. You have spare. So maybe this one can get damaged due to flight, or you can hit and get damaged. So you can have some spare parts which you can change the blades, the propellers. So that this is the package, the DJI Air Mavic Air 3 drone. Okay, first time you open this, you may want to know how to put on this drone, because this is the latest technology and it's kind of different from the other drone. This one operates with a GPS signal, operates with satellite. So there are some things you have to take note your first time when you want to operate this drone. Okay, I'll just be doing a basic introduction on how to operate it for your first time. When you open it for your first time, these are the things you have to take note. Okay, this is the camera. The camera is well protected. So first of all, you have to remove this protection from the camera. Protection you remove. You can see these are the cameras. This is 1x. And this is 3x, means it zooms, takes the image, it zooms in the image, and this one zooms out the image. When you look at this drone, it has sensors. These are sensors built around about the drone. You open the drone. These are sensors. All these spots are sensors. You can see they are not cameras, they are sensors. When you go under, there are still sensors there. This is the light. This light comes on during night flight. When it's night time, this light automatically comes on. These other ones are sensors. So what's the use of these sensors? These sensors, they detect obstacles, because the way the drone is being built, in the control system here, you can set it, you can program it. When it meets obstacle, it should either stand or it should either deviate from the obstacle. It means if my hand is the obstacle, when the drone comes by this point, my hand is acting as an obstacle. These sensors are going to detect that there's an obstacle. So the way you program the drone is going to stand. No matter what you do, the drone cannot go forward again until the obstacle is removed. As long as this obstacle is here, the drone cannot move forward. And you can also program the drone to bypass. Maybe when the drone meets this obstacle like that, the drone has to bypass, means it forms its own direction and bypass the obstacle. So that's the functions of these sensors. It detects obstacles. So this is the Mavic Air 3 drone. I will put in the battery. This way you check the battery's percentage. I see this one is just 1 bar out of 4, so I'll have to change and look for another one which has, okay, this one has 3 bar, so I'll just look for this one. I'll use this one. So you remove the batteries, take note of these pins here. So the battery is to enter like this. You look at the pin of the drone, and these are the pins of the battery. So you plug it inside and press. So the battery is in already. Okay, you place your drone down. Then you go now to the controller. If you see the sticks here to control, they are not there. Sticks to control the movement of the drone, they are not there. So the sticks are being placed behind. When you turn behind the controller, you are going to see the sticks. These are the sticks. So you remove them. These are the sticks. You remove them and you simply screw them here. Simply screw them here. Then you open your antennas. Bring your antennas. Okay. Now I want to put on the drone. So we'll start with the controller. You can decide which one you want to put on first. Decide which one you want to put on first. So for now, we'll start with the controller. You press it once, then you press it again. See what I did? First of all, press the power button, then put it on. When you look, this is the power button. Let me first of all explain the functions of some of these buttons you are seeing here. This one is to put the drone on. This one is to change the speed. When it's at sea, like this, means it's kind of a very slow flight. When it's at N, it's normal flight. When it's at S, it means it's speed. So you should be careful when you want to use at the level of S. It means there should be no obstacle. You should be in a free area where the drone can fly freely. So you have increased the speed. This is the speed. C is just the slow speed. N is a normal, and S is faster. It means you should be careful when you put it at S. The drone is at a very high speed. So when you look at this other button here, you see H, and you see these two lines here for pause. This H signifies that you return. It signifies home. It means when you fly the drone and you want to bring back the drone back to where the starting point, so you simply press and hold this button for some time, for some seconds. Then the drone is going to return back. After holding for some seconds, you see some indication here. When we'll be doing the flight, when we do the lesson for the flight, you are going to understand. Now I'm just explaining the functions of this button. So this other one is to pause. When you move the drone forward, then you discover that there's an automatic obstacle that comes in front and you want to stop the drone. Maybe you are taking a shot, and when you move in front and you see the shot, you just press once. The drone is going to pause immediately. So these other two lines here signify that the is for pause. This one is for return to home. You want the drone to return back to home. Okay, this one is the control. Forward, backward, sideways. This one is up. Drone moves up, drone moves down. The drone, you want to rotate the drone, you rotate it. Maybe 360. You want to rotate it, you rotate 360. These are the antennas. This one is for record. You look at this button, is for record. This one is to take a shot, to snap when the drone is on air. You can snap when the drone is on. When you press this button, the drone snaps. Then this button here is to zoom. It's for zooming. You can zoom in and zoom out. This button is for zoom out. Zoom in and zoom out. While this other button is for moving the camera up and down. This one. Maybe you want to place the camera up, you place it down. So this is the function of the button. When I'll be doing the flight, you understand more. When I will go to the section of flight, you understand more. When you look out behind you, you are going to see two buttons. You see C1 and C2. C1 and C2, they have their own functions, which I'm going to explain when it comes to the level of the flight. So this drone has a lot of inbuilt technology in it. This controller has its own inbuilt batteries in it, which you charge it using a Type-C charger to charge it. This is where you can put a memory card. It takes memory card. You can record from a memory card. This is where it takes memory card. You can charge and you can record. Okay, let me put on the drone. If you see now, there's a red light here. This light indicates that the controller has not been connected to the drone. When you see this red light, once the controller gets connected to the drone, this red light is going to turn to green because the controller is connected with the drone. So I'm going to put on the drone like I put on the controller. This is what I'm going to do with the drone. First of all, press the power button once, then I wait, and after I come and press again the second time and I hold. If you see the propellers are vibrating, you get the sound from the drone. It shows that the drone is on. See these lights, they are blinking. The drone is already connected. As you can see, this light from this controller has turned to green, indicates that the drone is already connected. You can see the flashing green lights from the drone. Flashing green lights from the drone, and the red light indicates that the drone is already connected to the controller. And this light is already green, indicates that we can control now the drone from this controller. So these are the things you have to take note how to put on this drone, and the various functions of these buttons that are here. Okay, the other thing that you have to understand about this drone is that when you put it on for the first time, now we are in a room. Like I earlier said, the drone works on GPS signal. You use satellite signals to function. One advantage about this drone is that one of the advantages about this drone is that it uses GPS signal, and wherever the drone can go to, maybe it might be a power failure or battery failure, whatever failure, the drone returns back to where it started. So that is one of the advantage about this drone, this DJI Air 3. So that's one of the advantage about the drone. So it uses GPS signals to detect your starting point. If you look here, they write here, take off with caution. Take off with caution. No GPS. I'm inside the house. If you look here very carefully, I'm inside a room. So that is why there is no GPS signal. I cannot connect to the satellite because I'm inside. But once I go out, I'll be connected. This is the signal for the GPS signal for satellite connection. This red here, it shows that I'm not connected to all this red you are seeing. Once I'm connected to a satellite, you see all this red will turn to white. So I'm in the house. So they're telling me that I should fly with caution, because at this moment I'm not connected to satellite, because you have upper advantage when you are connected to satellite. There are some errors that can be corrected, and somehow when you are connected to satellite, you should first of all check. Also, when you put on the drone, first of all, there are some things that you have to check when you put on the drone before you can take your first flight. So I'm going to end here for today. This is just an introduction. So in the next lesson, I'm going to go into details on how to explain some of the things, how to do some of the settings here. Then maybe in the next lesson that I'm going to teach on flight, we're going to do the practicals outside and how to fly the drone for your first time.